scent of shared skin and hair threads through the hair. I can't take another second. I turn away. To walk to my apartment is a silent hallucination. I imagine the unbearable aftermath on a terrible loop. His seared skin sliding off, exposing the raw red flesh beneath. It's all we all keep up, she said, her pupils black saucers. You clearly need it. The drugs make me sharper, clearer, more in control. I snort one line each morning, a ritual, a new version of the first cup of coffee. Now I complete presentations in record time. I work for 15 hours without stopping for food, and I excel. Even better, the drug shrinks the black hole. It winnows to a speck when the cocaine takes over. When I'm not working, I get lost in screens like everyone else here. A laptop, phone, tablet, television. The alternative is too terrifying. Sober with the screens tucked away, a great ache surfaces. In the awful stillness, I can hear the deafening river of melancholy roaring through the dark red cave of my heart. Portals to danger, nothingness, mystery, evil, other dimensions, the unknown, the mystical void, that the end of the world as we know it. Physicists came to call them black hole because they were impossible to explain. There is no adequate literal phrase for black hole. They exist outside the realm of human understanding. Language fails us, so we personify the phenomena. Black holes eat, ingest, suck, spew, devour, expand, grow. We make them familiar in order to understand them, to reduce our fear of what is beyond this life. There is safety in metaphors. The truth is far more terrifying. Black holes are confrontations with the collapse of space and time. They are reckoning with both the infinite and death, two forces that always over above me, never letting me out their sight. But I keep trying to understand, to go beyond the metaphor. I read the articles, I keep up with the research. I wait for the day our discovery will make sense of the black hole living alongside me. The black hole has been with me for as long as I can remember, a dark dot on the film of my life. When I came out of my mother, the black hole must have followed the territory just like me. The doctor must have unknowingly cut two cords that day, one red, one black. The black hole is at its most powerful when I'm alone. When I'm around other people, it tends to stay small, shrinks down to a small point. But if the melancholy gets too great, if it rises up and overtakes me, the black hole swells, a rotating mass that blocks out the world. It smells sweet and metallic, like what astronauts report when they describe the smell of outer space. Notes of welded silver, raspberries, burnt meat. When the black hole expands, it eclipses my heart and mind, sucks all joy and light from my body. The black hole sings in all the single note, the song of my name. It might seem like it would be easy to resist it, but it's impossible to not hear the call into his step. It is the siren song of the void. The black hole is quiet in the early mornings. It is as tired as I am. Before the sun comes up, the workday rituals. Scalding shower, soaping skin, drying hair, applying makeup, brushing teeth, snorting a line, grabbing my bag, locking the door, and dragging my body down the stairs to the street. Then the drugs wake up my blood. Outside, the fog is heavy, dark, thick. I still haven't gotten used to it. is so similar that my vision blurs, as if I'm surrounded by the same man and woman, multiplied and reflected to infinity by a circle of mirrors. The 6 a.m. express train pulls into the station. This train skips stops to get us to work faster. We file into the silver mouth, then find seats in the metal belly. The black hole is the size of a fist, occupying the space between me and a young woman in the next seat. She is a believer. She stares straight ahead, sitting so motionless that I catch myself waiting for her next breath. My phone vibrates with a new message. It is from the chef I've been dating for a few months. Thinking about you and the other night, XO. A charge electrifies my limbs, surpassing the cocaine high. The right man desiring you is a hard drug. Can't wait to see you again, I type. Then it's sent. For a split second, I feel human again, remembering his hands on me, the way we move our bodies as one, my head on his chest after. A sweet ache grows, that rare and brief feeling at the borderline of joy. But the train jolts forward, shattering the sensation. We snake past junkyards full of bust metal, worn-down bamboo gardens, abandoned car lots, the grinding strip malls teeth of the suburb, the doors of coffee shop and gas station opening for the day, capitalists in slow morning bloom. On the train, the commuters, open mails, play games, text lovers swipe right. I try to resist the pull of my phone, but it is impossible. I check my emails, answer a work question, then click on the headlines. New virus spreading through Europe. Ousted epidemiologists say it's warning we're ignored. Homeless nets and housing. Can the city find a solution? Half-sister found dead under local bridge. I click the first headline. The short article details a strange illness that spreads rapidly. The thought of it scares me until a cramp pinches my lower abdomen. I check the date. My period is a few days late. At conception, cells multiply to create a child. Cells could be multiplying inside of me right now, a red mass dividing itself over and over again, until it can breathe, hear, see, walk, talk, read, write, consume, work. The train picks up speed. The faster we go, the more the landscape blurs. The more the landscape blurs, the more I do. We go faster and faster until I am only a blur with the world, mother pulsing beneath my skin. In the beginning, I almost didn't know my mother's face. The black hole would hover between us, eclipsing her. In a way, then, it was the black hole that raised me, using my mother's body as a proxy. Her thin townhouse was beige with dark blue shutters.